Hi, welcome to One Cardinal, One Cub, and One Beer. I am Vince, and this is JJ. He's in a much better mood. I
Oh,
have an appointment with my therapist tomorrow, so that should help. But the Cubs are currently en route to their 10th straight loss.
Ben, something's
And
going to
that's our
happen.
show.
Good
Bye.
night, everybody. Ben, something's going to happen. They're going to get in a fight. The team's going to rally. Something's going to happen. There's going to be a big comeback, and then you're
you,
going to be
you,
riding the victory wave across.
you cannot overcome injuries.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
true.
can't. You
If
just
we had the injuries you had with pitching, we barely have 5, 6 starters right now, so we would be just devastated.
Well, I'll get into the pitching problems that we have. We're not hitting right now, and that's the ebb and flow of baseball. You go through
You sure do.
uh offensive woes, and that's where the pitching, that's why you need solid pitching. So when you do have those streaks where you're having trouble scoring one runs, you can win those 3-2 ball games, those 2-1 ball games. And even when we do get good pitching, and that's only happening when Ben Brown takes the mound, like yesterday, we lost 2-1. He pitched 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, 1 earned run, and we lost. Well, whatever. Let's do housekeeping because that's so much funner than talking about a losing
Yes,
streak.
housekeeping.
All right. For those of you who are watching us on the YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can watch our information as soon as we post it. And you can say, I know all the baseball news already because
Yes.
we give you every single shred of baseball news and we do it in about an hour and a half. That's right. Um, those of you who are on Facebook, make sure that you follow us on our Facebook page, like our Facebook page. And we do a few things on there, like we every Wednesday after I post the show, I will post a player and it will be in picture form and it will talk a little bit about this player's career. And if you're the first one to either like it or get a hold of me and name the player, if you just like it, you don't have to name the player because I assume you can read who the player is. But if you're the first one who lets me know that you have seen this, you will get your name put on a slip of paper. It will go in a hat. The more weekly times you win, the more chances you're going to have to win the big prize. And let me tell you about the big prize. We have
Ooh-wee.
our One Cardinal, One Cub, One Beer coffee
Oh,
mug.
wow, that's cool.
JJ, does this not look sharp? This is a 20-ounce tumbler.
Oh, oh yeah. Look at
Look at
that.
that.
Live and in color. I
Oh,
love it.
beautiful. Yeah, yeah. Um, we also have the official One Cardinal, One Cub, and One Beer mouse pad that you will get.
Yes, that's so beautiful.
You will also get the license plate.
Oh
And
yeah.
as you can see, everything's still backwards because my Zoom is still messed up. That hasn't been fixed yet. And you're also going to get the shirt, which I'm not wearing tonight because I wore it the other day and it's still in the wash. So you'll get a One Cardinal, One Cub, One Beer t-shirt of your size. You'll get the coffee mug, the 20-ounce tumbler, the mouse pad, the license plate, and you'll get 2 tickets to your favorite team at your favorite stadium.
Right.
Now, last week we had an upset. Ray Hartman, who will be on a little bit later, he was the first. So
Okay.
far, I think Marlon Dixon has like 5 wins.
All
Jeremy
right.
Connor won. Ray Hartman won. So if you want to get in on this, I mean, all you have to do is look at it and like it. Last week it was Steve Blass from the Pirates, and this week it's going to be I'm not going to tell
Slick
you.
and pull that rug out.
So, um, also, for those of you who would like to support our efforts, just go to patreon.com. You can type in One Cardinal, One Cub, and One Beer, and you will find our Patreon page, and you can help support us, and we appreciate that. And I wasn't able to get it done this week, but next week I should have our store up, our merch store, which will be through Patreon. I believe it's going to be through Patreon at this point. Doesn't mean you have to join Patreon. That's just where you're going to find the store, and we'll provide links for that. So if you'd like some of our merch, that vehicle to get that will be coming up. Should be next week. So JJ, You've been about Canada,
Yes, yes.
and you saw the Toronto organization.
Oh, yes.
So how
The
was your week?
Vince, I'll make this. The Niagara Falls was incredible. If you get a chance, go. I've never been. My wife was there as a young girl. We had 5 days right there in Niagara Falls. We didn't have a car. It's very expensive to park up there. It's very expensive anyway. But we started in November, put this all together, and every day we had 3 or 4 different things to do. I even got a tan. I was on the water so much. I got some sun off the water. The Canadian people are just the nicest people. We made a mistake. The weekend before Memorial Day is Queen Victoria Day, and our guy who took us from the airport down to Niagara Falls said it's just the reason. It's a 3-day weekend just to get drunk. So we go, okay, all right. Yeah.
They
It's the
do
start
sound
of the
like they're very American now.
yeah, they do. They do. But I think their stout is a little stronger on our beer corner. I wish I'd picked one up. But anyway, very nice. And then we went up to Toronto, and my wife, she got us an apartment. And Vince, it was about 200 yards from where we come out of the building to the Blue Jay Stadium. And I parked further away than that at the Cardinal games. And you just walked across the street up a hill, and there was the CN Tower and Rogers Center. They have statues. They have like a window and these statues of people like enjoying the game, like going like this, or they're going like this, a little girl or something with somebody with popcorn. And then on the other side of the stadium, they got the same thing. And of course, your players on each side. But the first game we went to was the Friday night Pirate Blue Jay game, 6-2. The Blue Jays won. We took a tour of the ballpark. It was bobblehead day, and it was Batista and Encarnacion bobblehead day, and they're flexing. This is in accordance to the Batista home run against the Rangers in the playoffs, where he threw the bat, the famous bat throw, and they even have a room up there where they've got the different bats and trajectory of how high he threw the bat and everything. So they're very proud of that, and it's in their City Connect uh, jerseys there. So you got Encarnacion, you got Jose Batista, and their Inner City Connects. And my wife loves the City Connects. Matter of fact, we're going to order her one from here because it's probably a lot cheaper on Amazon to buy one of them there than at the ballpark. But it was great. We met a lot of people. And Vince, I was going to do that 10 questions in 10 minutes, but they had the roof closed because it was raining. Now, in St. Louis, when we got here on Sunday, it was 78 degrees. When we left Toronto, it was raining, windy. My wife's umbrella got flipped inside out, and it was 42 degrees. Kind of tells you the difference. So thank God for the roof up there. But it was so loud; it was like a concert. There was never a minute where there wasn't something happening. So when you would talk to people, you have to lean in anyway. I don't hear very well anyway, and hear what they're trying to say to you and stuff. But everybody was so nice. I wore a Chris Jericho shirt around Niagara Falls and Toronto, and people are like, Jericho. They love Chris Jericho. I mean, that's like I guess going to Memphis and wearing an Elvis Presley T-shirt or something like that. They just love Chris Jericho. So anyway, met so many good people. I guess the Canadians are in the NHL playoffs, and so everybody's walking around. The Blue Jays have a lot of hockey style jerseys with the Blue Jays on it, and that's very popular. That fan base is great. 39,000 for the Friday night game and about 42 for the Saturday game. The Blue Jays won both games, 6-2 and 5-2. And the pitching matchups, Vince, the pitching matchups was something to behold. It was Kevin Gosman against Bubba Chandler, and through 5 innings they struck out 18 batters between them.
Mm.
And Gosman, they play Money by Pink Floyd. I mean, they play Rush and Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and Nirvana. I mean, they were just playing everything, dance music, Hispanic music. They played everything. And they actually, first stadium I've ever been to, they had a DJ. They go, tonight's guest DJ is Simone Honey. And she had these big headphones on and they had dancers, but it's sort of like up with people dancing, not real provocative dancing, kind of smiling and just, remember up with people at the Super Bowl?
I was gonna say there's probably maybe three people who know what you're talking about.
I know.
Certainly, I am one of them.
I'm like Dennis Miller. I just threw out these odd things, but that's what it reminded me of. But they they play. They have a song in the seventh inning that's the number one song in Toronto called "OK Blue Jay," and I think if they're trying to do a Cub thing where they sing this little song at the end where the Cubs win. Um, for the I was going to take a cheap cut. A lot of people don't remember it because they haven't won in a while. No, I'm teasing, I'm teasing. But they play this OK Blue Jay, and there's a dance, and I'm watching it. Everybody's standing up from little kids to old people, and they're doing this OK Blue, and the dancers for the DJ are doing this dance, and then they have a song called "Hey Baby." Remember that song goes "Hey Baby," and "Are you going to be my girl?" But they in the middle for some reason they go ooh. Ah, and they do like this. I'm like, so they got like coordinated dancing and everything, and it's cute. And they play the songs they come up to. They play them the lineup, and they play their song a little bit. And I like Ernie Clements, who that's my son wanted a jersey of Ernie Clement. I didn't get it for him because they didn't have a Clement jersey. They had all the Japanese player and the Vladdy and all these other guys. But his is "I Was Made for Loving You" by Kiss, and everybody's singing. It's just fun. But there's so many lights, and when the bullpen guy comes in, it gets real dark, and then you hear a car revving up, and the lights kind of come on and off. Jeff Hoffman, and all of a sudden you see him with a glove, and his eyes are like Michael Jackson when he becomes a zombie in Thriller. He's getting the crazy eyes, and all of a sudden, where he comes out of the bullpen and there's steam, and then he comes running out of there, and he comes out to the mound, and the crowd just goes crazy. So they do a lot for their fan base to keep them interactive. There's something for everybody. And my wife, who's not per se a baseball fan, she had such a good time. She was talking to people in the crowd, and we met some very nice people.
Look at this.
Merchandise things were printed. However, at the last minute, the mayor of San Francisco was appointed, and he decided to cancel that thing. Of course, that means that San Francisco was no longer going to be open. A couple of months then went by, and Seattle Mariners were given their franchise. Now, what that meant is because the National League got one more team out.
And I told Vince the story. So Friday was the bobblehead day. Saturday was cricket day. They had a cricket team there, and they threw out the first pitch. Friday night it was in Carcion, and Batista threw out the first pitch. And they only had 15,000 of these, and they're very nice. And it's like it's a sweater type vest with the Blue Jays colors and emblem on it. And Brody goes, "Man, Dad, that's a real nice sweater." But the guy next to us said, "Well, did you get here early enough to get one?" And I said, "No, we didn't get here early enough to get one." He goes, "Here, take this one." I said, "Well, I'll pay you for it." He goes, "No, no, no. I want you to have it." And I said, "Well, thank you." That's just how nice they are. Everybody's so sweet, nice, and no, you go ahead, and that kind of thing. And they always say, "I'm sorry." They don't say sorry. They say sorry. "Oh, so sorry." Can I get by? Sorry. And I was like, well, my gosh, I bought a program, but I left it on the plane. I was reading all the little stories in there, and I got a 50th season Blue Jay patch, which I'm kind of proud of. I got that for the collection, and I guess that's it. Oh, and the cup. I always get a thing. It's their American League Champion 2025 cup with a lot of scenes from the playoff run and everything. And I tell you what, Vince, if you were up there probably during the playoffs, that place is a madhouse, and it's very accommodating. It's a big area. You don't feel real crowded in, even though there's 42,000 people there. They really support their team, and we met people from all the way over to from Vancouver that came to Toronto. And I was wearing the Expo hat one day, and I said, "Hey, maybe." I said, "Me and my friend have a podcast, and we always talk. Man, we'd love for Montreal to get a team because I don't think that's going to happen. They think there was sort of some dirty dealing behind the scenes where they lost their team, and they just don't see Toronto or Montreal be getting a team again. But Vince, if they did, we got to plan a trip up there. It'd be a blast. So I'm just telling you, great time. Toronto's there's a ton of things to do. And if you get a chance, go up there. And for I felt like the Clampets up there. We don't know what we're doing. Traffic's crazy. People are honking. So I'm so glad I just took city buses and Uber and all that because I would have been lost in there trying to get around. So that's my report card from Toronto, Vince. That's what I did.
You're talking about songs, and they reminded me of two things. I went to a small Baptist college
Okay.
out of high school, and during our basketball games, for some reason, I don't know why, the organ would start playing in the middle of the basketball game, and it would be the Gilligan's Island theme, and we'd all sing the Gilligan's Island theme. I don't know why.
It was fun though. It was like a
Because we
group
were
thing.
Baptist, we couldn't be drinking. I guess that's why we did
Yeah.
it. The second thing, when I lived in Kansas City, and you'd go to a Royals game, they would break out into the Cab Calloway Minnie the Moocher song.
I
It
remember
was
that
so
from
fun.
Blues Brothers. I remember from
Everybody go,
Blues Brothers.
whoa! Hey, it was awesome. Um,
Oh man,
so did you do anything for Memorial Day?
barbecued. We came home, rested up. All the kids came. We had a really nice Memorial Day, and uh, just thought about all the folks that we lost and have sacrificed, and just it was just. And I tell you what, we've been so tired. We've been going to bed early. We've been wiped out. I'm getting older. I'm getting older, Vince. I don't know. When I was 20 years old, I could go on 20, all night long and all that, but nowadays 9 o'clock was coming to me, face over there with her mouth open, sleeping. I said, "Hey, wake up!"
Um, I we I mowed, which
Oh,
takes quite a while around
yeah.
here. And fortunately, yesterday was like that day where it wasn't raining, so I got to mow and it was sunny, and Kathy got to do her flowers,
Oh,
and we actually grilled brats, and uh, I watched baseball all day long. And yes, I did watch the Cubs lose. And I
oh,
then I turned and I watched the end of the Cardinal game. And then
oh.
I turned and I watched the end of the Royals game, watched the Royals blow it against the Yankees. Then I turned on the Giants game and watched the Diamondbacks beat the Giants. So I mean, I sat outside on the deck and just watched baseball and
That's living
grilled.
right there.
Oh yeah. So we did that. It was a good week. My daughter Violet, she got a good part-time job. She needs one for the summer. She's starting her graduate program in the fall, and she's already got a graduate assistant position secured, but she's going to need something more, and she needed something during the summer to pay her rent. So it's with an upstart company. They got a really cool product, and she's doing marketing and putting together marketing materials, and very happy about that. Max spent the weekend apartment hunting in Seattle, and told me the worst thing that, you can ever tell your dad. I don't think I'm ever
Oh.
going to move back to the Midwest.
Oh, well, I'm glad he likes it, but he might change his mind one day.
Well, he's back in Omaha today. Got to go
Oh,
back to work tomorrow, and I'm sure that he's looking around Omaha thinking, "Yeah, I am so done with this
yeah.
place."
Well, yeah.
uh, Anybody from Omaha listening, it's nothing personal, but
No,
you just can't. You can't compete with Seattle, okay?
no, it's so beautiful up there.
Um, so anyway, let me get into some transactions and injuries. Former Cardinal John Brebbia released by the Twins. He's kind of bounced around Colorado, the Twins. I think he's with someone else after the Cardinals. And this looks like this might be the end uh,
Yeah,
of not, he's not dying,
but right.
just his major league
Hey,
career.
I if I was a player, Vince, they'd have to tear that. If I could come in as the fifth outfielder or the right-handed bat off the bench, I would stick around as long as I could. Like we talked before, where else are you going to get a job? And if you love baseball, the traveling and the camaraderie and and the game, oh, you'd miss it. Once it's over, it's over. So I try to hang on as long as I could too.
Yeah, I agree. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim have had quite a week. First of all, they outrighted Alek Manoah to AAA. That fell apart fast.
Yeah,
um, Jan
yeah,
Moncada's on the 10-day IL with left shoulder inflammation. Former World Series hero, former Dodger Chris Taylor, who's been playing for the Angels, he retired. And I guess he figured, you know what? This team isn't going anywhere. I'm used to being in the World Series every year. So
yeah.
he retired. And you kind of forget he had a couple years where he hit 20 home runs as a part-time player. So he had a really good career. And Taiwan Walker, the Angels have signed him to a minor league contract. So I guess they're going to see what he's got. Anything left in the tank. For the Rockies, pitcher Victor Vodnik is on the 15-day IL with right ulnar nerve inflammation, and Jose Quintana's on the 15-day IL with a sprained left elbow. Those Rocky pitchers when they go to the
Oh,
IL, they're like, "Yes, yes,
thank you.
I can get my head on straight." So, um, you gonna see my impression of a Rockies pitcher?
Please.
Just watching the balls go. So
Just watch them fly right by.
that's right. Um, you were talking about the Blue Jays. Speaking of the Blue Jays, they signed outfielder Eloy Jimenez to a minor league contract. So I guess he's trying to stick around somewhere. He's fleeced a few teams for a lot of money, so uh, just all the talent in the world just doesn't have the drive. So Dylan Cease is on the 15-day IL with a left strained hamstring. And the Rangers signed Joe Ross to a minor league contract, so they're looking for some pitching help. For the Giants, Young Hoo Lee is on the 10-day IL with a back strain. And the Mets DFA'd Craig Kimbrell, and that should be the end of Craig Kimbrell. Wait a minute, no. The Rays signed Craig Kimbrell to a
Yes, they
major league deal.
yes.
So I guess they saw something in him they liked. I guess they like, outfielders sprinting after line drives. I mean,
With
it
a
is a pretty
career like
sight.
that, you think maybe we can, and Tampa Bay is good at finding, unleashing things that people gave up on. They need some help there. They're having a fantastic year, and if they can even get half of what he once was, it might be better than what they have out in the bullpen. I don't know. So uh, who knows? We'll see there.
I just look at their gaudy record and I think, why? You're doing pretty good.
They're doing pretty. Yes, they are.
Um, the Reds, for the Reds, Brian Hayes is on the 10-day IL with a lumbar bulging disc. Um, for the White Sox, Jordan Hicks is on the 15-day IL, former Cardinal with a right lat strain, and they have DFA Jared Kelnick. And a few years ago, we thought Jared Kelnick was going to be an all-star,
I did
and
too.
he hit the Cubs. He's hit the Cubs pretty good, but he's not hitting anyone else, and it's kind
That
of
just shows
sad.
you how fast things can go. I mean, you can have, we've talked, Manoa, one great
Yeah.
season, and then he's just trying to hang on now. And that's how you can't take nothing for granted.
For the Diamondbacks, Lourdes Gurriel's on the 10-day IL with a strained left hamstring. And for the Guardians, pitcher Eric Sabrowski is on the 15-day IL with left elbow inflammation.
Mm.
And that's it for, oh, not obituaries, for transactions and injuries. We do have a couple of obituaries. First of all, Charlie Moore, who played from 73 through 87, passed away at the age of 72. He spent his entire career with the Brewers, except for his last year. He did play with the Jays, and he played a lot of right field for that 82 Brewers team that played the Cardinals in the World Series. He caught and he also played the corner outfields. Not much power, but a good contact bat, a good guy to have in a lineup. And he, early in his career, they had Charlie Moore and they had Darrell Porter, and they were two young catchers, and they were trying to see which one would be the better one. And they chose Charlie Moore, and then Darrell Porter went to Kansas City and became a 2 or 3 time All-Star. So, and a World Series hero for the Cardinals. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, Charlie Moore is now visiting Darrell Porter in heaven, I guess. So reunion.
Hopefully.
This just came across about an hour before I got here. Bob Horner passed away at the age of 68, and he played from 78 through 88, and he's very fascinating. Um, he played college ball in Arizona, and he won the Golden Spikes Award, and the Braves, who were terrible at the time, they drafted him. And so he met with the team and they were watching a baseball game. You know, they always have the first round pick, you know, in the booth and everything. And the plan was to send him to Double A. And he told them, I'm sure I can hit this pitching now. And being they were going nowhere, all right. He played 83 games for the remainder of the year with the Braves, hit 23 home runs, won the Rookie of the Year, and never played one inning of minor league baseball. He almost did. It was the 78 season. He got off to a poor start, and they were going to send him to AAA. And he and his agent said, nope, not going. Um, Bye, going home. And that's what
Oh,
he did. And that lasted, I don't know, about a week or two. And then all right, come on back, play in the majors. And he tore it up for the rest of the year. Very good hitter. Like I said, rookie of the year, 82 divisional champion, former all-star. He played with the Braves. At one time, he had a 4 home run game for the Braves. Then he went to Japan for a year, and then he came back and played his final year with the Cardinals. I don't even think he finished out the year, did he?
no, and I think it was
Yeah.
only like 33 games he played with the
Yeah.
Cardinals that year.
Yeah.
I thought he got hurt. I didn't remember, but I remember he was a Card.
Yeah. And he had power, but at the time, the Braves were playing in old Fulton County Stadium, which they called
Yeah.
the launching pad. So then he went to Japan, and his power translated very well there because the ballparks were a little smaller. When he went to St. Louis, and he's trying to hit the ball out of the Grand Canyon, it just wasn't working out. So anyway, I was always a fan of Bob Horner.
Me too.
Uh, wasn't a flashy player, but he was consistent. And rest in peace, Bob and
You,
Charlie.
Vince, the Bob Horner one kind of hit me because when I was in like 10th grade, my grandma and grandpa had cable before we had it up here in Missouri, and I go down the summertime and WTBS, you get to see all the Braves games. And back then, they were just starting to turn the corner and get fairly good. The big star was Dale Murphy and Phil Necro. But then Bob Horner was, quite a player over at third base. And I just remember he was so young then, and he was only 68 when he passed away. And here I am, 62. And I was like, oh my gosh. You just think of these guys and you sort of still think of them in their playing days and everything. So that just kind of shocked me that Bob passed away. And the Braves have been a lot of their alumni. They've lost three big alumni here recently: Bobby
Yeah.
Cox and Bob Horner. And I just it's just anyway. Although I've not thought about him in a while, I'll miss him. Big part of my childhood, and I just remembered he was a stocky guy with that curly kind of white hair,
Yeah.
white blonde hair over there at third base. And he was a very good hitter, a decent fielder. And man, when I think of that time period, he's one of the guys I think of.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my thoughts on old Bob Horner.
And one more thing I do want to bring up, Wander Franco, um, he's getting no imprisonment, no time served in prison.
Really?
And this just came down today. The judge said, and I'm not up on the laws of where, gosh, is he from Venezuela? I don't know. I can't remember where he's from now. But anyway, the judge's rationale was he had this thing with a 14-year-old girl, and then the girl's mom extorted him for money to keep her mouth shut. And so the judge said he was the uh, perpetrator of statutory rape, but he was also the victim of blackmail from. So the way it read is the judge kind of said it's kind of a wash, so he can walk free.
Free. Oh my gosh.
Which makes me wonder: is there going to be a team that's going to give him a shot?
I wouldn't think so, Vince.
I I I don't know.
Well,
He's
Trevor Bauer has had a lot of allegations, and
Yeah, I've thought about that, and here's the difference. Trevor Bauer, nobody likes him.
that is
That
so true.
and I'm so sick of people saying sign Trevor Bauer. The reason he's not in baseball isn't because of the rape allegation, which he was cleared of.
He was
The reason nobody wants him is he is a clubhouse cancer.
pain in the
He'll go
butt.
out there every fifth day and throw great, maybe, I don't know, because he's playing against inferior competition, but the players don't like him. He's a pariah. He doesn't have the personality that lends to friendships.
Right.
Um, and when he was going through his issues with the Dodgers, the players told management, we don't want him back. We don't care what happens. There's a winning culture here without him here. And people's like, well, there's been jerks around and yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I do understand that there are times when you can have a player who is so talented that they could overcome being an a-hole. But I don't think that works well for pitchers because you're there every fifth day to do your job. So you're going to impact 30 games a year. Whereas if you're a jerk, but you're hitting 45 home runs and playing every day, you've got a chance to affect every game. There's a little more leeway there. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that's the way it
I,
goes.
that seems like it. Yeah,
Um,
you're right.
but I'm curious if being Franco, being this happened when he was very young. Trevor Bauer, all of his stuff, he's what, 35,
He's
and
up
he's
there.
still a jerk.
Yeah.
Um, Wander Franco is still a young man. I don't think he's even 25 yet. And I'm not advocating. I'm just saying I wonder if a team will take a chance on him because this is a player who's not a pitcher who can impact games every night you're on the field. I wonder if after a few years someone is going to give him a chance. And how do I put this and still run for office? In today's society where we tend to overlook pedophiles, maybe he does get back in. So,
Yeah.
uh, I'm just curious how this is going to play out. I don't think he should get put back in. I think when you're a pedophile, you deserve to get the book thrown at you, not saying, well, yeah, you got blackmailed, so it's a wash. That's not the legal system I believe in. But I'm
Right.
just saying, I wonder if he's going to get a shot. And it did cross my mind in today's world. I mean, we've got people trying to suppress what we know was a huge child trafficking ring.
Oh yeah.
Rich and powerful people will get in trouble. So let's suppress that. In this world, does someone take a chance on him? I don't know. What are your thoughts, JJ?
Well, I'd be surprised if anybody takes a shot on Wander Franco. He'll probably maybe play ball overseas, and see what happens from there. If he's, uh, I believe in second chances. There's some things I don't believe in second chances for. You just, and MLB, they're trying to appeal to everybody, and they just don't want any headaches or heartaches or anything. And even if there is a dark cloud over all that, which it was, I just don't think he's going to come back. And he's lucky to have his freedom, to be honest with you. And he should go on his merry
Oh,
way and learn to be a butcher or something like that. I don't know, or learn a vocation skill.
I was shocked when I read that. I thought, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he was already in jail. I thought, I didn't know, but I just thought, oh, it's already a done deal. I didn't know. Oh, well, you know what I do want to say? I want to thank Jimmy Turner for covering for me last week. He did a heck of a job. I wrote him and I said, "Uh-oh, I just got Wally pipped." And of course, that's the guy who was the first baseman for the Yankees, and he was. They brought Lou Gehrig in to take a spot, and then Wally Pipp was never heard from again. So I told Jimmy that he did great, and I love the golf cards. He had golf cards. I never even heard of golf cards before. So good for Jimmy. He's a great guy, and I've known him a long time, and you can't find better people than him. But
Yeah. I,
I got some. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I had fun with him on here, and he's impressed me with not just his knowledge when he's been on here with how he presents things. So I
Yeah.
told JJ a long time ago, if you're ever out again, get Jim,
Oh, yeah.
to take your place.
He was one of those guys I could talk baseball with. We were like fifth graders, and we talked baseball. Man, we got to trade Kenny Reeves for Dave Kingman or something like that. We'd always be talking trades and things like that. Just, oh, did you see that one guy? We just constantly like that. So we actually played little league together, and our coach had a drinking issue, and Jimmy would do the scorecard and put the lineups out. He actually kept score for our team, and but he's just a great guy, just a great guy. But around the league, Vince, there is so many. I tell you what, I'm loving this season, and the Cubs, very talented team, and I know they're going through a lot right now, but it wouldn't surprise me. Anything can happen in our division. Every team is over 500, and we have such a just a the lifeline of baseball is the youth. All these young players. My gosh, every team in our division has so many good young players that this could be just great rivalries for years to come. Now, in a perfect world, I'd like the Cardinals to win by 10 games every year and go to the playoffs. Just no pressure. But as far as sitting back and just watching it, I'm just loving it. We faced that Miz kid and Milwaukee, and last year came in like gangbusters, and then he kind of mellowed out. But my gosh, he is on a roll now. I know he beat you guys. He just slaughtered us, and he is going to be a force to reckon with. But I just wrote down some names and some things that are going around the league. The Angels, that team has just been lost for a while, but they got a great pitching performance by Reed Detmers, a 14 Ks. And he pitches for California. He did it against the Texas Rangers. They are a good hitting team. He went 8 innings, 14 Ks, and 1 run, 96 pitches. Now, he's only 1-5 this year, but I just want to give some hope for the Angels, something to hang their hat on. That Adele kid's kind of finally come through and found it this year. And, I want the Angels to do good. I have nothing against the Angels. That's a good thing there. Um, the Giants have this kid Casey Schmidt. He's 27 years old, so he's not so much of a kid. Um, he is the second Giant since the 1900 to hit 5 home runs starting in 5 different defensive positions. I know that's an odd stat, but that's pretty impressive. The Giants
Yeah.
have had a lot of great players. So he seems like he's a super utility guy. This year, I mean, he plays the outfield. He plays a second, short, first, wherever you need him to play. I love players like that. He's hitting 295 with 11 home runs, 29 RBIs, 7 walks, 37 strikeouts. So he does strike out, but he swings, he goes in there and gets his cuts. But Casey Schmidt, and just remember that name for the Giants. And the Giants are a team, and when it's all said and done, I know they've been a little disappointing right now, but they might be in the playoffs. You just never know. They got a lot of talent over there. Um, Corbin Carroll. Vince, we've talked about him for a while. We both are big fans of Corbin Carroll from Arizona Diamondbacks, but he's already got 50 in 4 seasons, and this is the fourth. So this season's not even halfway over yet. He's already got 51 triples. 51 triples. And I looked up the all-time I don't have much of a life. I looked up the all-time triples. He's tied. He's 695th. Now he's only played 3.5 seasons, not even 3.5. He's tied at 695 with Gary Matthews, who's played 16 seasons, and he had 51 triples. Gary Reedus and Jimmy Fox. And Jimmy Fox played 21 seasons. So he's got 51. And let's see. At his age, he is 24th. At his age right now, he is hit the 24th most triples at his age in the history of baseball. And most of these guys played in the 1800s and around 1900 to 1930. The only contemporary player that's in that top 24 is Gary Templeton. And Gary Templeton had 52 triples in his first 4 seasons. So Corbin Carroll is racking them up. And I tell you what, if he stays healthy, that's quite a thing. He's very great defensive player. I love the way he bats and he runs. And the other day, Vince, he could have had he could have hit the cycle, but instead he stretched a double into he had 2 triples in that game. If he would have just stayed at second, he would have had the cycle. So I like that kid. He could, instead of getting the cycle, he stretched it out and got a triple out of it. I like that kind of ball player right there.
I remember Templeton one game for the Cardinals. In the same game, he had a triple left-handed into the right field corner, and then he hit a triple right-handed into the left field corner in the same game.
God, he was so talented. That guy could
Yeah,
really hit.
if the knees wouldn't have been shot, he would have been an all-time great.
I'm going to be honest with you, Vince. When I heard we trade Gary Templeton for Ozzie Smith, and remember, this is 1981. I was like, what? He can't hit. And I thought it was a bad trade. And look at me. I am a moron. This is what a moron looks like right here.
Ozzie Smith didn't flip off the fans. That's why the trade was.
That's right.
I was in a chat group, and it was they gave like 4 shortstops like Cal Ripken and Barry Larkin and Ozzie Smith and I can't remember who the other one was. And they asked who would you rather who's the better shortstop from that era, the best one. And someone immediately said, well, we could throw Ozzie Smith out. He couldn't hit. And I immediately said, 2,500 hits speak for themselves. This narrative that some people outside of St. Louis has that Ozzie Smith could not hit. Yeah, for the first few years he couldn't hit, and then he became a really good contact hitter.
Yeah.
And he hit 300 before.
Yes, he did.
collect 2,500 Major League Baseball hits, you're a good hitter.
Oh yeah, off pro pitching, and I liken Ozzy's career to Yachty's. First 3, 4
Yeah.
seasons, Yachty wasn't much of a hitter, but he made himself a really good hitter. And as we both said, who in that Cardinal lineup, you had Pujols and Edmonds and Roland. But when the game was on the line, Yachty's the guy you didn't want up there because he put the bat on the ball
Yeah.
more often than the other guys. So, my gosh, yeah, Ozzy, I absolutely love him. Stolen base is great. It was I even though we don't give out the captain of the team, he was. I think in the '80s he was the captain of the team. That was the guy. So anyway, the next guy I'm going to talk about is Nick Kurtz from the Oakland or Sacramento A's. I'm sorry, he's on a 48 game on base streak, and I was thinking when I hear like 12 games on base streak, I was like, but you don't get it. This is the pros. All these guys are good, and Nick Kurtz is a power hitter. I remember he hit 4 home runs last year in a game. He's a threat, and I think he's the guy the other teams do not want beating him. And he takes good at bats. They're trying to. He's a young guy. They're trying to make him chase. He won't chase. I like this guy. 48 games, and it ties him with Mark McGwire in A's history as the longest on base streak. I think 48 was McGwire, 47 was Jimmy Fox, and 46 was Ricky Henderson. So if you're Nick Kurtz, you're in the same breath as McGwire, Fox, and Henderson. That's quite an accomplishment right there. So congratulations, Nick Kurtz. And again, another great young player. And the last thing I was going to talk about, and I know we're sick and tired of the Dodgers whipping up on everybody. They've been so good the last 2 years. But Vince, I didn't see this one coming. Their bullpen. We knew about their starters. We knew about the stars. Somehow they have these guys they bring up and heat the little pieces of the puzzle that even makes the team even better. But now their bullpen is the top bullpen in Major League Baseball. No runs in the last 38 innings. I think they gave up a run last night finally. So 1 run in 39 innings, but they got a 2.87 ERA. And I mean, not only can they outslug you, outrun you, outpitch you, but now the bullpen will come and just shut the door down. And my gosh, if this team stays healthy, I don't know what we're going to do, Vince. We might take our Central Division and put an all-star team together and then go after them. Maybe that's what we'll have to do. But the Dodgers bullpen, I did not see this coming. I thought, there's other teams that had maybe a little bit better bullpens. As of this moment, not this year.
Well, when you're going through a bad time like the Cubs are, and then you see a team whose bullpen goes 38 straight innings with that, it's like, wow, that's ridiculous. That's sick.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I've seen stretches when I've been watching teams, 5 straight games, the bullpen comes in and just implodes everything. And, I don't like the Dodgers. I don't like the advantage they have because of their huge TV contract. And I get it. It's a free market society, blah, 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 blah. But one thing I do appreciate, that Tolles guy that they had on their team, and he's been out of baseball for 5 or 6 years now, and he's had mental health issues. They are still paying his health insurance.
That's
They're
cool.
still, and I'm thinking, I like that from the organization.
That's classy.
Yeah, that is classy. So even though I don't like them, there's a lot of respect there.
Oh yeah, and they've always been a very good organization as far as finding like Fernando Valenzuela. He just came out of nowhere. All these players, all the they've had heartache in their lives too. Up there when they were in New York, and the Yankees would just be the team that would pound them and keep them down a little bit. But yeah, they're on a hot streak right now, and although their star players are getting a little older, Mookie's getting older, and Freddie Otani's older than I thought he was. So maybe I just see somebody can pop up and get him this year. Maybe I'm hoping that. I'm playing the field. Yeah, I'm playing the field. Oh, Vince, our fantasy baseball league. We haven't talked about it for 2 weeks. We got to get out there and tell you our standings right now. And I'll do it quickly. Nationally, we've got two teams running away with the divisions. Now it's early. We still have got until the end of August. But right now in the National League, it's Mark from our buddy from New York, the Atlanta Braves. They are got a 6-game lead over the St. Louis Cardinals. That's John Recop. And then in third place is the Arizona Diamondbacks, which is led by Tom Majay. 3 weeks in a row, they've been in third place. They're 6.5 back. And then it starts falling a little further back in fourth place. The Florida Marlins, led by Larry Wilde, his team, and they're 10.5 back. And then we have the New York Mets have jumped from 6th to 5th. Candy Barks has got them going. They're moving up the ladder. They're at 5th, and they're 14 games back. And in last place is our good friend Ray Hartman, who wanted us to do the league so bad. He's the Colorado Rockies, 16.5 back. So Mark right now he's got about a week lead on the pack, and he's just taking off and setting the pace right now. But over in the American League, it's even a bigger lead. We've got Dennis Rose, my good buddy Dennis Rose, got the Tampa Bay Rays, and they are 34-17. First place, 8-game lead over the second place team, which happens to be Marlon Dixon and the Chicago White Sox. Marlon's got the White Sox in second place, and they are 8 games back. Scott Dunn and the A's are 8.5 back. The Orioles and Robert, he's got the Orioles, they're 11.5 back. Then you got the Royals and that little sinister Brody Jackson, 13.5 back. And in last place, Tony Pruno and the California Angels, 15.5 back. So our two first place teams right now, Atlanta and Tampa Bay, are just setting the pace, and everybody else is falling back. So we'll see what happens as the weeks go by.
So what's happening with the Cardinals?
Ooh, the Cardinals. All right.
Like, I really want to know, but go ahead.
It's been a fun season. While I was gone, I'm telling you, I'm in Toronto, and that tarps off those kids, that baseball team that was up there with their shirts and just, doing the na 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 na, and they just, I remember watching that game and I said, Faith, the crowd is wild tonight. It's going on. And the next thing you know, they're talking about it all over the league on the MLB channel, on the local stations up in Toronto. They're talking about it. Oh, the Cardinal fans are rowdy down there in St. Louis. And then it caught on in other cities. And then I liked that Ollie mentioned them in a post-game thing, had the kids come down, go through the locker room, meet the team. A lot of the teammates took their tops off and took a picture with them. And I'm like Pozo. Pozo was in the front, and he kept his shirt on like a man, because I would never take my shirt off. It's safe. I can, no one is a mystery. What's going on behind that shirt? Nobody needs to know. I'm like Pozo. I will keep my shirt on with those Tarp guys. But wow, and I thought, are they ever going home? It seemed like they were about 4 games, and I think they bought tickets for them and everything. It was just a fun story, and it gave the team a little jolt right there. So anyway, I enjoyed that. We had Nathan Church get hurt, and he's got a shoulder strain, so he's on the IL. And Lars Newbar is down in the minors. He's in Double-A right now. He's working his way back, but he didn't even have a spring training. I don't look for him to be back for a while. So we brought this guy up, Brian Torres, and he's only had 11 at bats. He's a 27-year-old rookie, and he actually hit a home run and had a couple RBIs. And so it's just fun to see this kid. It's worked and worked and worked to get to the big leagues, and he's come up here and he's done a good job, and he's been in the lineup and that. And then we called up this kid from Memphis, Bryson Motts, but the Cardinals have had a lot of rainouts, and he was going to start one of those games in Cincinnati, but it got rained out. They let him come in and pitch 3 innings in the relief. They're big on him, that one day maybe he'll be one of a 4th or 5th starter for the Cardinals. But Matt Swanson has killed us in the bullpen, Vince. And last year he was so good, and they just give him opportunity after opportunity, and he killed them. So he's been optioned down to Memphis, and Ryan Fernandez has been optioned back to Memphis. And I tell you what, Fernandez pitched a little bit while he was up, and he did much better than he did earlier in the season. The Cardinals right now are in second place, 2.5 back. And we're 13-13 at home, and that's one of the worst home records in our division. But we've got the best away record, 16-10. So the 29-23, a lot better than most people thought they would be. Second place, I'll never poo-poo on that. But Vince, it's probably going to come down to this: how we play against each other in our own division. That's what I was thinking. But listen to this: the Cardinals are 7-5 in the National League Central, playing other National League Central. The Brewers are 5-3. The Cubs are 5-6. The Reds are 2-10. But the team with the best record is the Pirates. They're 11-8. The Pirates are in last place in our division right now. So maybe I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but I think in the long run, that's what's going to, how we do against each other is really going to be, the big dividing factor. I think if it's anything's close, it's how you beat the guys in your division. And right now, the Cardinals 7-5. I'll take that. If you told me after 12 games 7-5 in our division, I'd be happy with that for sure. I mean, I want to be 12-0, but realistically, 7-5 sounds pretty good to me. And Vince, that's it for Cardinal news right now.
The Cubs are currently working on their 10th straight loss as they are down 10-1 in the seventh inning to the Pirates,
Ooh.
and we still have to face Bubba Chandler and Skeens before we leave town.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
um, it's not pretty for us. And the reason I didn't get too excited about our 220 win or 210 game winning streaks is because you could see this coming. Because offenses, they ebb and flow. And we are in a downtime with the offense right now. And with all the injuries with our pitching staff, it, yeah, you could see this coming. Just this week, Matt Shaw's been put on the 10-day IL with back tightness. Edward Cabrera is now on the 15-day IL with a blister in his left middle finger. We DFA'd Nicky Lopez because why not? We sent Ty Block back to Iowa because why not? This is our starting staff right now. We have Jordan Wicks, who got creamed tonight. He gave up 5 in the first inning. We got Jamison Tyone, who is pitching terrible. But not to be outdone, we have Shota Imanaga, who's also pitched terrible his last few outings. The thing about Tyone and Imanaga is the weather gets warmer, they're fly ball pitchers, those balls start to go out. We have Colin Ray, and Colin Ray is Colin Ray. He's a good back end rotation guy, swing guy from the bullpen, about a 4 ERA, but that's him. You can't rely on him to be one of the guys. And we do have Ben Brown. So that means we have 2 guys in the starting rotation right now, and both of them have spent time on the IL this year. 2 guys in the starting rotation right now that we predicted would be in the starting rotation. And the only guy who you can rely on is Ben Brown. Yesterday pitched a hell of a game. 6 innings, 1 run, 9 strikeouts, but we still lost 2-1 because whenever we get a good game pitch from Ben Brown, we don't score. That's just the way it's been. So Matt Shaw's on the 10-day IL with back stiffness. Edward Cabrera's on the 15-day IL with the middle finger blister. So what we've done is we've called up Jordan Wicks, who started tonight, and besides his first start in Major League when he pitched like 7 no-hit innings or something, he's just been terrible. And this was a first-round draft pick, and I've seen enough of him. We've called up Kevin Alcantara. We've Matt Shaw, and with Nicky Lopez going DFA'd, we've called up Pedro Ramirez from AAA. Ramirez is fascinating. He's a contact hitter. He's a middle infielder, and he's just been slowly working his way up the ladder, and he's never had pop until this year, and suddenly he's got like 9 or 10 home runs in AAA. So we've called him up, and I have liked what I've seen of him. Not defensively, but with the bat, he looks like he's major league ready with the bat. So we need pitching if we're going to contend this year, and we bought all in this year. So this is the way I'm seeing it. Horton's not coming back this year. Wiggins is probably not coming up until maybe August or September because he's been out at AAA since April 4th, and he's just now playing catch. Steele's return has been pushed back, so we don't know when Steele's coming back. We have Boyd on the IL, and he wasn't looking good when he was pitching anyway. Um, so it's just a mess right now. And Hobie Milner's out for 60 days. We got the bullpen's devastated too. So if we are going to contend this year, we're going to have to jump the market with a trade for a start frontline pitcher. The Tigers are not going anywhere this year. They don't want to pay $33 million for just 1 year for Tarek Skubal, and they're not going to be able to resign him. So do the Cubs go all in for Tarek Skubal? I do. Even though it might be a rental, but I would offer him the world. I would trade for him, and then I would say, what do you want? 8 years, 400 million, you got it. I would do something like that. What could we give up? Well, right now, we can give up Matt Shaw. Don't want to, but we can. We can give up Matt Shaw. We could package maybe Alcantara with him, who leads AAA in home runs this year so far.
Oh,
Um, we could possibly throw in an injured Cade Horton, which I don't want to do, or an injured Jackson Wiggins, which I don't want to do. But I mean, those are options. Um, we don't have a ton to give up, but we do have enough if we're willing to go all in on Scooble and try to jump the market because if we get to the point where it's the trade deadline, I'm afraid it's going to be too late to even entertain any kind of trade. Why trade at that point? Our season right now, because of the way we're banged up, it needs to be salvaged right now. And I know it's not yet Flag Day, but Flag Day is right around the corner.
it
So
is.
in a couple weeks, if we are still in this free fall, and when you've lost 10 in a row, it seems like you're never going to win a game again. And that's where all Cub fans are. We're never going to win a game again.
I've been
And
there.
I don't know if that's true, but it's heartbreaking to watch you get swept by your crosstown rival, the White Sox. Then the Brewers come down here to Wrigley and just spank us around. We look inept. And I mean, these games have not been too competitive and we're losing. So we need something. What's it going to be? Are we going to trade for a scoop? Are we going to put together a package for Sandy Alcantara? Are we going to try to maybe see if the Mets have interest in getting rid of Peralta, who's on a walk year? I don't know. But if we're going to contend this year, we have to do something. And if we don't, I take that as we've thrown in the towel.
Mm.
I just, am I okay with saying we're throwing in the towel? Kind of. There's a part of me that's like, okay, this season just hasn't worked out injury wise or everything. It's just not working out. And the 20 out of 23 games was not an indication of our talent. It was an aberration. We have talent, but we were winning some games we should have lost. It's like weird things were happening. Um, so I'm kind of in this situation where I'm like, should we trade? I don't know. I'm kind of like, if it doesn't work out this year, I'm going to be okay with it because it reminds me of the 85 Cubs. People act like the 85 Cubs choked. No. In June, we had like a 5 or 6 game lead in the division. And then within a 2 week period, our entire starting staff went down.
Oh,
That
can't
was
make
our
it with that.
season.
Yeah.
And it's kind of reminding me of that. I know it's not yet June, but I don't see us with what we are marching out there the two veterans we're marching out there are just not that good right now. So what do we do? And this one of the things that agitated me during the early part of the losing streak. Uh, Tyone gave up and left-handers are killing him, and they've done it for a couple years. And he gave up a home run or something. And after the game, he said, "Well, I think the left-handers kind of know my pattern against them. Maybe I should change it up." I'm thinking, you've got to be kidding me. It took you
Yeah.
2 years to figure that out.
Oh,
Yeah, this game is about they adjust, you have to counter adjust. That's what you do. That's what makes a great major league hitter. The guy who comes up and hits 380 and 10 home runs in a month, and you think, oh my gosh, no one's ever going to get him out. They figure him out. And if he can't
yeah.
adjust, he washes out. Um, the guy for the Reds, the outfielder, oh gosh, what was his name? Aristides something. I came up in 2017 and just for about a week was just mashing
On
everything.
fire.
And then they adjusted to him and he didn't have the ability to adjust. I'll give you a better example. Javi Lopez. Word got around the league, you don't have to throw this guy a strike. You just throw him a slider outside
He'll
and it's
chase
going to
it.
break out of the strike zone. He's still going to swing at it. And what does he become? A bench player. So I'm to a point where it's like, okay, I can go either way. We do a big trade and try to salvage the season. I'm okay with that. We don't do a big trade and we kind of like, okay, this is a wash. We're going to really push for next year or whatever. I'm good with that. But when I've been doing a lot of reading on different forums and articles about Scooble. I've been doing my homework about Scooble, Peralta, and Alcantara. And there was a guy, um, I read an article on Scooble, and there was a guy in the by the way, comment sections are always fun.
Oh yeah. Oh
There's a
yes.
guy in the comments, and this is what he said. I am sick. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't work because the Tigers are such a letdown this season. And I'm thinking, wow, I love this game. I love my Cubs, but this is a hobby. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
I'm not passionate about it. It just
Yeah.
means it's a hobby. These are not my family members. It's not my employment. They're not putting food on my table. It's entertainment when it breaks it down. I love it. I'm passionate about it. But if I ever get to the point, or if anybody ever gets to the point where they can't sleep, they can't eat, they can't work, they're so depressed because of baseball, you really need some help.
Yeah.
Um, there are so many other things in life that are fun and nice and bring you enjoyment. And yeah, there are times when something's happened with one of my kids and I haven't been too happy, but baseball's going good. And there are times when everything's going good,
Oh,
2016. And then there are times when baseball's not going good, but other things are going good. And I'm in kind of that period because my kids as young adults have a lot of things going on right now that's just exciting for me as a parent to see. So I don't get that sentiment that you're going to be depressed to the point where you can't eat, sleep, or work because you're depressed about your baseball team. You're a Tigers fan. You've seen some bad baseball, man.
oh,
It
yeah.
happens.
It
Um,
does.
it and there are 30 teams and soon to be 32 teams in Major League Baseball trying to get to the first place. You have a 1 in 30 shot, and that's before you add things in like talent, the budget you can spend, your TV contract, all that other stuff that is what you can use to build your team. So your chances of winning the World Series are not too great every year going into it. Even when you've got a great team, there's a chance that somewhere along the line, injuries are going to happen or another team's going to get super hot or something like that, and you're not going to win the World Series. And I still enjoy baseball.
Oh yeah.
I'm not happy when I'm watching the first inning before the podcast and I see Jordan Wicks give up 5 runs before he gets the third out in the first inning. But hey, we've all been through bad stretches before,
Oh,
and
yes.
this will end. I'm just saying, I'm at a point now, and I know it's not quite Flag Day. I am comfortable with whatever the organization decides to do. I can live with it. I am relatively healthy. Just had my doctor's appointment. AC was a little high, but
Okay. Yeah.
not that bad. I can wait for next year and take my shot next year. I just looked at it this way. We've had a lot of injuries, and some of these injuries are long term, devastating out for the season. It happens. And I wish it wouldn't have happened, but it happens. So I'm kind of in this wait and see what we're going to do mode. So,
When your team is going good, Vince, it just seems like it puts a little bounce in your step. Like, 7:15. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, we got these pitchers. Things are just going good, or there's a person to root for, or you can see an upswing on how they play, or a couple big plays happen. But when things are going bad, it's like, oh no, 7:15. How are we gonna lose it today? It just takes a little out of you as far as baseball goes. But then life is happening as we speak. But there's just something about from April to October to just, oh, I kind of come alive during those months, a little extra. And to me, that's what it's all about. Then when we lose, it hurts a little. But hey, there's always tomorrow. And if we win, I was like, oh, that was such a good game, man. Let's try to keep it going. And that's just how it is for me. I can just have a little extra bounce. The colors in the sky are a little more vibrant, something like that. But that's how I look at it.
yesterday, uh, Brendan, he and Rebecca live in Memphis.
Oh, that's right.
He, for the weekend, he took the train. He was trying to fly, but flying is so screwed up nowadays. His plane kept getting delayed, so he eventually just took the train back to Milwaukee. He had some stuff he had to tend to there, and so he rented a car to drive home. And so he's coming through St. Louis, driving down 55 to get to Memphis. He stopped in for about a half an hour for uh reasons that maybe one day I'll tell you. I don't know. Nothing bad or anything, but we had a good visit, and I was I was so happy he didn't say, "Oh boy, we really spanked you in Wrigley."
That's a class act.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he knew you knew, but he didn't say
he's a
anything.
great guy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's
good
like,
people.
um, hey, why don't we bring Ray Hartman in and do this battle royal?
All right, Ray, get yourself in here.
All right.
Can you,
Welcome to our next battle royal. Ray is here, and Ray is going to give us a choice of subjects we can do.
all right,
All
let's
right.
hear.
All right, here we go. We got the top 10 active players with multi-home run games. We've got the active triple leaders since 2020, or we can do the 2001 through 2009 no-hitters.
Well, Vince, you won last time. You're the champ right now, the defending champion. I think you should pick.
I need a three-sided coin because these all sound hard.
Two.
I'm sorry, guys.
Uh, JJ, you want to do the no-hitters?
Ooh. I'll be honest. I was thinking in my mind, top to bottom. That was the one I was like, 2001 to 2009 no hitters. Sure, but I'm already drawing blanks on that one.
I have
Uh-oh.
all three in last place, so I
Oh,
just whatever. So,
what about I think the one for us that I think we have a best shot at is the multi home run games active. Is that it? Was
Yep, we got top 10 active players with multi-home run games.
let's
10.
try that.
Let's try that one.
Yeah,
All right,
and
man, you're the champ, so you go first.
There's going to be 2 points for each question. If you guys can get within 2 runs or 2 of the total that each player has hit, then you'll get a second point. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
let's say it's Babe Ruth and he's had 87 multi-home run games. If you guess 85, you get the extra point.
Okay. And
But he's not an active player, so he's not on the list.
So I'm and I know this sounds weird, but he is a Cub, and I've seen him hit a lot of multi-home run games. I don't know why, but I'm going to say Ian Happ to start off.
Not Ian Happ. Not on our
Okay.
top 10.
Not the top 10. Well, I'm going to go with the obvious one for me, and the captain of the Yankees, Mr. Aaron Judge, because
Very good.
he hit so many darn home runs.
He is
Now,
on the list, JJ.
and I take the guess at how many he hit, how many
How many multi home run games he's had.
He's like in his 30s already, 32 or something like that. But I'm going to say how many hits? I'm going to say 23.
How many?
23.
No, actually, he's number one on our list, and he's had 47.
Wow, I wasn't even close. But I did get Aaron
No,
Judge.
you did get Aaron Judge, so you got 1 point for that.
All right.
I'll go with Ohtani.
Ohtani is not in the top 10.
Wow.
I
Wow,
know.
how about that? All right. I would have thought so. All right. This guy's been around a while, and I know he's getting up there in the home run. So I'm going to say Mike Trout.
Mike Trout is on the list.
Okay, Trout's on the list. Well, you said that Judge had 42, was it?
47. He leads
47.
the list with 47.
All right,
Yeah.
so it's less than 47. So I'm going to say Trout has been around a while. I'm going to say 31.
Very good. He's got 29. You get the extra point.
Whoa! How about that?
Right. Very good, JJ.
All right. Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton is on the list.
All right.
That's a point for Benson.
All right. Now,
And he's got to guess how many.
oh, that's right.
I'm going to guess 30.
Close. 38.
Ah,
38. Well, this guy's got around 300 home runs, and I love this guy. And Vince went to a game in Cleveland, and he hit 3 home runs in one game. So I'm going to say Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez is not on a top 10 list.
All right.
He
no
has hit a
Ramirez.
lot, but not multi home run games.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking because Vince
Right.
had that game he went to, he hit 3.
That is a good guess. Yeah.
okay. He's been around for a long time. He's got pop. Not a monster home run hitter, but he hits his share. I'm going to go with Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman is not on our top 10 list.
All right. I'm actually writing down our guesses and everything, so I won't be going back
Good
over
idea.
everybody. This guy here, and he hits a lot of home runs, but he seems like he hits them in bunches. I'm going to say Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber is on the list, JJ. Very good.
Oh, okay. And Schwarber, he's an odd dude, man. He's a great hitter. His batting average, but his home runs and his RBIs are up. 27.
How many?
27?
Oh, nope. 37. He's actually 4th on the list.
4th on the list. Okay. So I got Schwarber.
Yeah, but 37.
Okay.
You got this, Vince.
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's so hard. Uh, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado. Very good. He is on the
Ooh.
list.
And I'll say 27.
Actually, he's 2nd on our list with 43 multi-home run games.
Wow.
Yeah, that's surprising. We were surprised when we did this list ourselves. We couldn't believe he had that many.
That's it. All right. I'm going to say he's only been around about 6 years, but he's a power hitter. And I've got the Toronto hat on, and I've been brainwashed by Canada. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Not on our top 10, JJ. Very
All
good guess,
right.
though.
All right.
Oh, how many have we gotten so far?
You've gotten 5 so far. You got half the list knocked out. Actually, you got the top 1 through 5.
Oh,
You
so
just
now
got the bottom. You got the bottom half. 6 through 10 to go.
now we're doing the bottom feeders here.
Right.
Oh, I'll go with Nolan Arenado. He's been around for a long time.
Not on our top 10 list.
Oh,
Yeah, he should be.
yeah,
He
it
should
should
be.
be.
He should be.
Well, since Vince said Arenado, I always look at the other bookend. The Arenado would be Paul Goldschmidt, who's played a long time too, and has got quite a few home runs.
You're good. Paul Goldschmidt is on the list.
I can't believe it. Goldschmidt's on there. All right.
He is on there.
Okay, Goldschmidt. And I've been hearing these totals. So I'm going to say 26 multi-home
You
run
get an
games.
extra point, JJ. He's got 25.
Oh, whoa. How about I'm living good.
Yes, you are.
Oh, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper is on the list.
Ah.
Very good, Vince.
Very good.
I'll throw 25 out there.
Close, 30. He's
Yeah.
got 30 multi-home run
30.
games.
So we've done 7.
Yeah, you got 7. You only got 3 left.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
Not
I'm
too
kind
bad.
of going through the teams and
You guys are
looking.
knocking this out.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at the teams and thinking about who's around still and everything. Well, a guy that's been around a long time. I don't know if he's really a power hitter. Let me kind of think about this for a second. Let's see.
Sure.
There, you got there. No, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts is on the list, JJ.
Wow, I see. I don't think of him as really a power hitter, but he can do everything good. But he's been around a long time.
He has.
Hall of Fame trajectory. And he
Yep.
played in Boston. If you hit him just
Yes, he
right,
did.
they'll go out in Boston. I'm going to say 18 for Mookie.
Ooh, 31
Oh, more than I
home
thought.
run games.
Okay.
Yeah, that was shocking to us. A lot of these guys were shocked. I couldn't believe they
Wow.
had that many ourselves. Yeah. Yep. All right, 2 left.
I'm going to go with this guy because of the length of his career in the ballpark he plays in. Jose Altuve.
Oh, nope, he's not on our top 10 list.
Really?
Yep,
gets
he's
one
in the top
occasionally.
20. He's in our top 20, but he didn't make the top 10.
Right. Well, yeah. If there's anybody there. No, they don't have anybody. No. My gosh. Okay.
Process of elimination. Huh,
Yeah,
JJ?
I'm just trying. I don't think they're. Oh, I can't believe we hadn't said this guy. Maybe I don't think we have Juan Soto.
Juan Soto is on the list. Good job, JJ.
Oh,
You are
okay.
knocking this one out.
I actually thought we said Soto.
Nope.
Maybe I thought
Nope.
about him at one time or another. All right, Soto. I think it was a big power hitter, so I'm going to go up on him a little bit. How about 34?
Oh, 28. You were close.
I overshot him. Okay.
Yep, you overshot him, but still. Okay, we're down to our last
3,
one.
4, 5, 6.
Oh gosh. Marcelo Zuna?
Ooh, good guess, but not on the list. Not in our top 10, at least.
Okay.
Okay. Just for a second. Oh, how about Pete Alonso?
Ooh, good guess, but not in the top 10.
Well,
Yeah. Um,
I
Carlos
know you guys.
Correa.
Oh, good guess, but not in the top 10. He's in our top 20.
Okay.
it ain't a Cardinal. None of our guys have been around long enough. We weren't really a power hit team until Walker. Something happened with Walker. I don't know. I'm going on the Walker diet. Whatever he's doing, I'm doing. But no, I won't say him. No, I don't think he's active anymore. I was thinking of a guy. Boy, that's a tough one.
This
What
one is
about-
kind of tough, and it
What about Christian Yelich?
Ooh, good guess, but not in the top 10.
Not in the top 10. All
Yeah,
right.
he's definitely a power hitter, but he doesn't have a whole lot of multi home run games. He's got a few.
I'll go with Francisco Lindor.
Ooh, another good guess, but nope, not on our top 10.
Hmm.
Oh,
Now, if we are keeping score by who's done the most wrong ones, I am killing JJ. So
hey, what
Well,
about Rafael Devers?
ooh, another good guess, but not in our
No,
top 10
all
list.
right. He just
Not
crept in my mind. I forgot about it.
okay. Guy that's been around for a while.
I would think so. Yeah.
All right. Someone who's been around for a while who's hit home runs. Uh oh. Boy, I am drawing a blank.
It's this one. This last one is a tough one, I believe. Not super tough, but when you hear it, you're gonna go, "Oh, yes, of course."
Jorge Soler.
Ooh, another good guess, but nope, not in our top 10.
Hey, I got a guy, and he was an MVP, playing on some big teams. Was a Cubby. Bellinger?
Ooh, another good guess, but nope, not in the top 10.
Not in the top 10.
He's a power hitter, but not multi-game power hitter.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
multi home run games.
Okay.
I'll say this guy just because he's been around for a long time. Andrew McCutcheon.
Ooh, another good guess, but nope, not in our top 10.
That is a great one.
That is a great guess. I like that one.
I am just, I'm kind of drawing a blank. Who else would be out there that's been around forever? And oh man, I know it wouldn't be that team. Let's see. Hmm. Boy,
Hmm.
I have no clue that this would be. Um, hmm. JT Realmuto?
Very good guess, but nope, not on our
No,
top 10.
not Realmuto.
I just had a guy in mind and now I forgot it. I hate being old. Um, and it was a good guess too. Let me go back there. Oh, Eugenio Suarez.
Ooh, he's in our top 20, but not on our top
Ah,
10. Good
Oh,
guess, though. Very good guess.
hmm. What about? I mean, he had 60 home runs. Cal Riley. I know he's only been played like 5 years, but he
Not
lit it
Cal
up last
Raleigh.
year. That guy he had
Not,
two real good years.
nope, not Cal Raleigh.
how about Corey Seager?
Ooh, another good guess. He's in our top 20, but not on our top 10.
Gosh, be somebody off the bench or something like that. So some guy that's older in his career and we don't really aren't thinking of him. You said Ozuna. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
like somebody in that vein of like Ozuna. Uh, who would come off and could give you a home run. Hmm, man, I'm just not getting anything out of this old noggin here. Let's see. Hmm. No, I'm just throwing names at you now. Reese
Sure.
Hoskins. Reese
Who?
Hoskins. Reese
Oh,
Hoskins.
nope, he's not on our
No,
top
he's
10.
not in the
Good
top
guess,
20
though.
either. I'm just trying to come up with somebody.
Can I give Vince just a small clue?
Of course.
Of
Okay.
course, I've lost this anyway. So let's have the clue.
Okay. Where was JJ just at?
His living room.
Well, where did he go on vacation?
Right.
Uh,
Who would be on that team?
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
That
We,
nope. JJ said that earlier, but that's not it.
Well, he's the only one who plays in Toronto.
yeah, that's they got Clement, they got Rashawn.
DH.
Well, no, he's with the Pirates now. Who is the DH for them? My gosh, I was just up there and I just watched 2 games and I can't think of who is their DH. I'm blank. I'm blank. Can you give us another team he played for?
I believe he played for Houston. I want to say. I think that's where he started his
Oh,
career.
I know. He was leading
George
off.
Springer?
George
Very
Springer.
good. Very good, Vince. Yep.
He was a
And how
leadoff
many-
man. He was DH and leadoff man in the game.
Yeah.
Also.
I don't
Yep,
think
yep.
of him as a great power hitter.
Yeah. They love him
Yeah.
up there.
And what's your guess on the total number of games, Vince? Just to finish it off fairly.
21.
Oh, close. 26.
Nah.
Okay. Wow.
Yep.
George Springer.
George Springer,
I
26
think of him
multi-home
as
run
a
games.
center fielder, but yeah, you're right. He's the DH right now up there.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys on our top 20 list that have like 16, 17, 18 that you guys named off, but they just didn't make our top 10. Goldschmidt was number 10, and he's got 25 all the way up to Judge, who's got 47, which is amazing. Yeah, amazing.
That.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. Well, Ray,
Alrighty, well,
want to thank
JJ,
you for coming in.
I think you pretty much beat Vince into the corner there. 8-5 basically was the score.
Okay.
He put me out with the sleeper hold, and then he
He
had the
did.
gall to get on the top rope and drop a knee on my throat.
He did his finisher, and it worked.
Oh man.
Ray, I do want to thank you for coming in here and exposing our ignorance.
Oh no. Hey, you would not believe, Vince. Actually, we check other people's top tens just so we'll go back and forth because on TikTok you can join like groups and parties, so you can have a bunch of people and we all can hear each other and see each other. And we'll say, okay, let's go to this person's things, and they have things like I do on there basically, and we'll go back and forth and we'll sit there forever trying to figure out some of these top tens that we make up and come up with, but yeah, we have a whole lot of fun with it, and you guys are not ignorant. You guys are great players, and you did very well. Very well.
Thank you. I love doing that, man. That's fun.
Well, thank you,
Yeah,
Ray. And
We
make
did
sure
that
that you check
2001
out.
through two. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, make sure everybody checks out your TikTok.
Oh yeah, yep. Just look up baseball top tens, and you'll find us. We're on there. You'll either see us making a list or have a list of top tens of different categories and different trivia that we like to research, and hopefully it'll pay off one day for us when we go to our trivia contest.
That's right.
There you go.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
See you
All
next
right,
time,
you guys,
Ray.
All
yep,
right.
you guys have a good one. We'll see you.
Boy, JJ, you spank
Yeah.
me around like I'm a cubby
Oh,
in
that was
Wrigley.
fun. Those 3 categories, that's the only one I thought, oh, no, here's from that decade. I don't know. I might run out of juice around the 3rd one on that one.
It was so weird because I couldn't think of anybody but Cub players.
Yeah.
And so my first Ian Happ,
Hey, he
Pass
could have
up.
been on there.
Judge, Stanton, Otani, Schwarber. I pass all them up. Ian Happ.
Well, you don't realize it, but you helped me because when you said Nolan Arenado, I thought, well, his bookend is Goldschmidt. So sometimes your answer would make me think of something else, and a lot of times it just worked out for me.
Well, I had both of them in mind because I'm thinking of Cardinals. Oh yeah, Arenado played for Colorado. Goldschmidt played for Arizona. Boy, those are
Played a
easy
long
places.
time.
So I just kind of like, I'll just say Arenado. And I got the wrong ones.
I almost said Rizzo but I thought, I think he's out of baseball. But he was with the Giants or with the Yankees, and he always put up big numbers. So
Yeah,
I was always
he's
thinking,
retired.
He's
So,
retired. Okay.
JJ, I've got the 1989 tops.
Oh, well, I've got 92 Stadium Club tops right there. So
Mm.
I like the photography on these cards,
I'm
and they're
gonna
only
say
$3 a pack.
you're on a roll, and the Cardinals are doing good. You're gonna have 3 Hall of Famers, and I'm gonna have one. That's my
Oh,
prediction.
I'm going one for me and two for you. I'm going to go two for you. You want to go first, then?
I'll go ahead because mine are already open.
Okay.
Uh, for the Athletics, I have former All-Star catcher Terry Steinbach,
Oh, I always liked him. Yeah, that's a great card. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
former Mariner, former White Sox, and former Royal Floyd Bannister.
Oh, yeah. Flamethrower.
He had some nasty stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
The manager for the Angels, I've never heard of this guy, Moose Stubing. I think his brother was the captain on the Love Boat.
Captain Stubing? Hey, Moose and Captain.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah. You don't mess with the Stubing boys.
I don't like this guy. I've said this on here. I think he was
Uh-oh.
the first real steroid abuser for the Angels, Brian Downing.
Yes, I've heard you say that many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, I used to watch, he played for the White Sox, and I was watch White Sox game. He was a catcher for the White Sox, just an average looking guy. And then the next time I saw him when he was with the Angels, I didn't recognize him. And they said, Ryan Downing is now, he was DHing or playing left field. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That
That's
guy,
the same Brian Downing.
yeah, got huge. Former Yankee shortstop Wayne Tolleson,
Oh, yes.
Hall of Famer.
We got one.
Former Blue Jay, former Brave, former Padre, former Cub,
Crime
former
Dog?
Ray, the Crime Dog, Fred McGriff.
Oh, I love Fred McGriff.
Oh, this guy won Rookie of the Year, had a really good career, and also has done pretty good as a manager. We have Walt Weiss with his
Oh, yeah.
rookie cup there.
He might be manager of the year this year. He's got a shot at it.
Could be. For the Expos, Tracy Jones. I think he also played for the Reds. Yes, he did play for the
Oh,
Reds.
Tracy Jones. I don't remember much about him.
His brother, he had a train. His name was Casey Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Right in
He's
that
Grateful
train,
Dead.
high on
Casey.
cocaine.
Yeah. They didn't do urine tests back then, apparently.
For the Indians, I do not remember this guy. Outfielder Carmen Castillo.
No. Good looking guy. I like the eye black he's wearing.
He played from 82 through 88 with Cleveland at least. And why I don't remember him, I don't know.
Cleveland, again. They are really a good team again.
Yep. There they go. Taking
There they
off
go.
again. Second baseman for the White Sox, Fred Manrique.
I remember him.
Yep. Pitcher for the Orioles, Jose Bautista.
Yes. Reliever, I believe.
Yes. Oh, for the Yankees, former starter, former closer, also played for the Giants, Dave Righetti.
Oh, yeah. I think San Francisco pitching coach there for a while.
Yeah, I think so. So, I always thought he should open a pasta company, Righetti Spaghetti.
I like it. I'd go.
For the Mariners, Mike Kingery.
I remember him. It's like a fourth outfielder.
What I loved about this guy, I don't care where you put him in the game. He was just always there. He was raring to go because he was Randy Ready.
Randy. I remember him.
Which
Yes.
also sounds like a porn star. Hey, I'm Randy Ready.
Oh, Randy.
Former Cardinal, former Cub, backup catcher Steve Lake.
Yes, Steve Lake. Nice career.
Oh. And last card, 1988 All-Star. Wait a minute. Same pack.
Two cards, the same guy.
Terry Steinbach.
He's back. And his all-star card.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's weird.
That is weird.
So
yeah.
I said one.
You
Hall
got
of
it?
Famer. That's what I got.
All right, Vince, you said three over here.
I did.
And I said one over here. All right. I love these picture cards here. The first one's a Toronto Blue Jay Ed Sprague.
Ooh, very good. Played third base.
Yeah, and look, he's using two hands on the grounder. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Fundamentally sound. And there's his USA, Team USA card on the back. Ed Sprague right there. How about that?
Nice.
And if you got the McGuire, that's the one McGuire card that's still worth quite a bit.
Now, wasn't he the guy who was married to the Olympic gold medalist?
I know Todd Zill was married to a Olympic gold gymnastic person, but Ed Sprague, I don't know that one, Ben. You got me on that. If we have a top 10 list of guys that were married to Olympic gold medalists, you're going to win that one. All right. My next guy is an Oakland A. And to be honest, Vince, I don't know this guy, Bruce Walton. Good looking guy. I like him there in his A's outfit and everything, but I do not know him.
Looks I like have no idea.
Old White Sox Stadium, old Kaminsky, it looks like behind him. All right. Oh, this guy played for the Cardinals, but here he is, and he played with the Yankees, but here he is with Seattle, and he's doing a nice pose right there. Tino Martinez.
Ah.
Yeah, Tino Martinez. And also, he was on Team USA right there. There's this Team USA card on the back.
Nice.
How about that? All right. All right. This is a New York Met, and I don't know much about him, but I remember the name Chris Donalds.
Yeah.
Getting a lead off right there. Chris Donalds. All right. Oh, a Cleveland player. And I remember this guy, and he played around the league for a while, had a nice career. Reggie Jefferson.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. I like that sweater. It's got the emblem on it, too. All right. All right. This guy here, I think of him more as a Blue Jay, but he had some good years with the Cubbies. George Bell.
Yeah, I played 1 year for the Cubs.
1 year. Didn't he hit a lot of home runs that year, too, didn't he?
He hit about 30, guy. And then we traded him for Sosa.
I'll be darned. I didn't know that connection right there. All righty. Let's see. Okay, this guy's name, here he is with Cincinnati. It's Freddie Benavides. Benavides. I don't know much about him.
Benavides.
Benavides?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know much about him, to be honest with you. All right, here's an action one. And this is, well, it's also another Cincinnati Red player, Tim Layana. And it looks like he's pitching, and the guy on first is taking off running. And that could be a Dodger or a Cub over there. Can't tell. But somebody's got a pretty good jump on him. That's not a good baseball card when somebody's taking advantage of you out on the baseball field right there. Luis Lopez from Cleveland. Do not know this guy. This is 92.
No clue.
No clue. My gosh, I'm leading it. Scott Livingston from the Tigers. Now, I remember that name. Not a Hall of Famer, but he had a nice major league career. And Vince, I'm down to the last three.
Hall of Famers.
This is a Dodger, Jeff Hamilton.
Hall of Famer Jeff Hamilton?
Jeff, yes, he's in his high school Hall of Fame. So right there, you got one. Oh, I'm sorry, there is three left. Sorry about that. Okay, Expo. And I love to see the old Expo uniforms. Brett Barbary. Right there. Brett Barbary and the old Expo colors. 2 cards left. Not a Hall of Famer, but a Hall of very, very good. John Franco from the Mets.
Oh, yeah.
That's an autograph card right there. If you were meeting John Franco, that's the card to get signed right there. Good guy.
Great mustache.
Great. Yes, that's a top notch. And finally, a guy who played for a lot of teams, and Detroit's usually the team I think of when he's playing, Tony Phillips.
Oh, yeah. Everywhere he went, he was good.
He was a big part of the team.
Just really steady, good player.
He could play on my team anytime. I mean, he was a guy, that kind of guy, veteran, who would come off the bench and give you a steady showing, whatever position he played. So that's it for my cards, Vince.
Okay. Ed Sprague's wife is Kristen Babb Sprague, is an Olympic gold medalist in synchronized swimming.
How about that? Look at you.
That's what I remembered. So
that's pretty, well, I'll never forget it now. How about that? I think Wayne Gretzky's wife was a gymnast, I think, or played a gymnast in a movie.
No, she was an actress. She's from St. Louis.
Oh, did she play a gymnast in a movie? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
She may have.
Okay.
but I used to work with a guy who went to school with her. Uh,
Oh,
Janet Jones,
beautiful.
was that her name? But yeah,
Yes.
he went to high school with her. So
By the way, on the way to Toronto, we were the first row of the not we're not first class. We're the next class. We're the second class people. We were the first row of second class. The last row of first class, there was a man sitting there with his beautiful wife, beautiful son, and he had a dog. I didn't know you. Everybody, there was a cat behind us in a cage. It was meowing the whole time. There was somebody in front of us with a dog, and the dog really had a leash, but he was very well mannered. So we Faith was talking to his wife a little bit, and then we went down to get our luggage, and he had all this, and he looked familiar, and he had Blues big old bag, and he had another one of hockey sticks. It was Bennington, the goalie for the Blues, and he was
ah,
headed up to Toronto, which is the capital of hockey. That's where the Hockey Hall of Fame is and all that. But anyway, there he was, and I said, "Man, that guy looks real familiar, but can't place my finger on it." But it was Bennington. So
nice.
how about that?
All right. Well, JJ, glad to have you back.
Good to be back,
Um,
sir.
and we will see everybody next week.
Next week.